What's going on, guys? My name is Dinu, and this is Call of Dinu Show. Welcome back to another COD mode video. So today, we are going to be talking about the newly released sniper that was available to everyone for the season, which of course is the LW3 Tundra. But before I actually begin talking about the weapon, I do want to, address some mistakes that I made in the previous video, talking about whether or not this gun was actually going to be overpowered. So if you guys remember, I did say that there were 2 barrels that did increase the fire rates, actually. There is 3, there's a third one, forgot the name of it, but hey, yeah, I did get corrected on that one in the comments. So there you go. Also, another thing I did want to point out in this video, you do see me using platinum camo on this gun. I was using Ploum at the time, but don't worry guys, you could still unlock Damascus if you have everything else. Damascus. So yeah, Damascus is not locked this time around. So I made quite a bit of predictions in that video talking about, again, whether or not it was going to be overpowered, and honestly I don't stand corrected at all. Like the way that the sniper functions so far and the way that I've been using it is a lot more lenient than any other sniper I've used previously in this game. And it's so bad to the point where I kind of feel like I'm just cheating by using it. Like there will be times where there's someone that's like in the process of trying to kill me with like with a regular gun. They're like probably 2-3 shots in, and I still have enough time to aim in and just destroy them. That's how overpowered this thing is. Much like other weapons that have Black Ops attachments that have little to no downsides, the sniper is more or less the same way, of course. Thankfully didn't add any other light attachments. The only thing that could really increase the speed of your gun is, the grip tapes. If you use anything else, it's not really going to work out at all. And even when it comes to hit flinch stuff, none of the barrels really do affect your hit flinch, or, none of the stocks or anything like that affects your hit flinch. The only thing that does, it's really only in a positive way. I think it's the airborne elastic wrap. That's the one that I use to reduce flinch, and it actually works like a charm. Does it work too much like a charm? Probably there, I don't know. They're going to have to make a lot of different changes when it comes to this weapon ad speed and just everything, because this thing's way too fast. Another thing too is like the black scoping is actually very, very powerful with this type of gun. I remember like back in the day, Locust was the only gun that was actually capable of black scoping. But this one is like, you could like really just aim in halfway and just still kill someone from almost across the map. That's something to point out. Maybe that shouldn't happen, especially for a sniper with this speed. But yeah, it kind of works in some ways. Like either the Locust or the Cosca with those laser attachments. So aiming with this gun, I will say, as fast as it is it takes a little bit of getting used to, given the fact that most of the snipers, have this same type of style or animation of aiming. So there are certain things that you can and can't do with this weapon. Like it's a lot easier when you slide and kill, but jump shotting with the sniper is a little bit more challenging, just based on how the animation is. I found myself a few times actually struggling to like jump shoot with the sniper. Sometimes I do that if I need if I go around the corner or something, I'll jump around there and maybe shoot someone, but it's a little bit harder with this gun because of how the animation works. It makes it a little more awkward. So now to the attachments. I don't really think I have to explain too much. They more or less have the same type of attachments as a normal Black Ops weapon, though of course, the only differences I would say, are probably just the barrels. They're just named differently. But for the most part, you're going to have to focus on the ones that give you the most fire interval because, shooting pretty much almost anywhere in the body other than legs is basically a guaranteed one shot. Kill, of course, the hammer forge barrel, I would say, is probably the best one because it increases your fire rate the absolute most. And you don't really need any multiplier buffs or any range buffs for this weapon. This thing's already incredible, so you're not really going to have a problem. But I think for maps, such as Isolated in BR, or even Alatree, I would actually recommend maybe using the Tiger Team barrel, because it does increase your range as well as your bullet speed and the multipliers as well. And I'm assuming one of those multipliers might be for headshot, so I know headshots are really important for snipers in Battle Royale, so yeah, I think the Tiger Team barrel is probably the way to go if you are going to use it for, BR-related things. So now let's actually talk about the challenges. So of course with snipers, they're pretty simple. Get 45. Crouch kills 120, long shot kills 50, headshot, all that stuff. It's not really that difficult. I would always focus first on the no attachment kills, and then you could just rock all the attachments that you want. Keep in mind, I know some of you guys are probably more relatively new to the game, so you may not have XP cards to, get to max it out immediately. So for all of you guys that do, the chal is It should be pretty simple overall that you could actually get all the challenges done before you actually get those 350 kills for the sand camos, which is something that I did on stream. I was actually surprised I got all the challenges done before that. I usually don't do that. But yeah, with this gun being so good, I was actually able to manage that. But for all of you rare ones out there that are grinding this out the hard way, don't worry, it won't really take long. Hopefully, I was talking about this on stream, how, on my AL account, I was kind of like grinding things, like, I guess, basically from the ground up, and I kind of forgot how long it took to grind out snipers. So yeah, so it might take a little bit longer than I actually think, so, yeah. It's gonna be a bit of a struggle. But anyways, my overall opinions of the gun so far, it's overpowered as hell. It's gonna basically take over the sniper meta. At least it's gonna replace the DLQ for the time being, until the devs possibly nerf it. I'm not sure if they would, I know snipers are kind of like like protected type of bracket for this game. They don't really touch snipers a lot unless they absolutely have to. So for all we know, they might just keep it like this for just many seasons to come. It's not really that guarantee that they will actually change it, and I wouldn't put it past them if they don't. That's all I'm saying.